If you've been keeping up with my David Fincher series, then you know I've kind of been kind of ranking my Fincher movies. My number one is still and will be Seven. Number three was Fight Club. I've skipped number two. Let's talk about number two, The Social Network. Released in 2010, directed by David Fincher, as I continue on my series leading up to Mank, which I'm very excited for. But this movie, guys, I remember when this movie came out, because this was the time period where I really started to get more into studying movies. Again, my dream goal, and it's gonna happen. I will direct a movie, write a movie, make a movie. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. But this movie at this time period, I remember seeing it when I was 9 or, was I 9 or 10? I forget. It was, I think I was 10. Either way, I saw it and I loved it. I loved it. I loved this movie, and all my friends saw it and they're like, this is completely boring. And I was like, I don't get that. And I remember watching the Oscars. It was my first time watching the Oscars completely, and I was pulling and pulling for The Social Network. I wanted to win everything, and it won one of the best things, and as adapted screenplay to Aaron Sorkin. This film stars Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, Justin Timberlake, and Rooney Mara, and is about a Harvard student named Mark Zuckerberg creates the social networking site that would become known as Facebook. He is sued by the twins who claimed they stole their idea by the co-founder who was later squeezed out of the business. And once again, this movie is critically acclaimed, and what has been said has already been said. So like I said, I've already told you my background story of just me loving this movie, and this is when people say this is David Fincher's best movie, even though truly mine is Seven still, I can't argue with them that Social Network is not an all-time classic, because I believe that this movie is going to live on more in history than Seven, because what this movie shows, the background story of Mark Zuckerberg, who is deep down an asshole, and he is, but he's a smart asshole, and this movie shows it off with the amazing, greatest performance by his career, Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg. He is perfect for this movie. Even though Mark Zuckerberg has said that 90% of this movie didn't even really happen this way, I don't care. It's still entertaining as fuck. The performances by everyone in this movie are just fantastic. Like I said, Jesse Eisenberg, who was nominated for Best Actor, who I believe should have won, but I'm fine with Colin Firth for King's Speech. But Jesse Eisenberg is outstanding. He is so good in this movie. Andrew Garfield, who I don't even think he was nominated for supporting actor, which is a crime. He is so good in this movie. I would be okay if people said that he's better than Jesse Eisenberg, because he's that good in this movie. He is so good. Heck, even Justin Timberlake is really good. Even though he's known for singing, he is really good in this movie. Everyone in this movie is perfectly well casted and well acted, and that is all due to the amazing Oscar-winning Aaron Sorkin screenplay, which, of course, if you did not see my Trial of Chicago 7 review, and this one is the one that he won the Oscar for, which he wrote, and his dialogue, like I said, it is a summer blockbuster dialogue entertainment. That doesn't happen unless you're Tarantino. It is so good. The dialogue, how quick it is, the editing of David Fincher, and direction with Aaron Sorkin's screenplay is the best matchup ever. It is the perfect collab, and it was a perfect, well-done movie. And this movie was very different for David Fincher at the time, because all he did was R-rated crime movies, and that's all he really did. And then when Curious Case of Benjamin happened, he got the Oscar talk, all the Oscar nominations, and then this movie dropped, and everyone was like, whoa, David Fincher, what you just made here is a masterclass in filmmaking, writing, acting, and the direction is so good. And like I said, the editing with the dialogue mixture together, the sound mixing, all of it just works together with his direction. The perfect shot imagery. It's an exactly 2-hour movie. It could have been another 3 hours long. It is the best paced David Fincher movie I think I've watched ever. His direction is so good with these actors, the dialogue, the editing, the pace of the movie. and getting to see Mark Zuckerberg create Facebook, and then we get to see all this suing and going to court and the arguments and all the background stuff, and it is just intriguing. And what this movie really does provide, like I said, it's going to live on in history to film and social media itself, because this movie is still being discussed today. I see it all the time that this movie is being referenced to and used for, like, what social media has brought us, how many jobs have been created because of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything, Twitter. I mean, and it's all because of Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook creation. Facebook started it all, and this movie shows that, and the court and the arguments and the suing, and just it is so intriguing, and it's talked about every single time there's a film show or anything like that. This movie is brought up, and it amazes me how much the movie left an impact and is still being talked to, and it didn't even win Best Picture. I remember watching, I was like, this is gonna win Best Picture. It didn't win. I was like, well, that's just wrong, because this is a masterpiece in filmmaking, writing, acting, editing. It is everything a movie can be, should be. It is perfectly made. I love this movie. The Social Network will get an A+. If you're like me and you love movies and you've not seen The Social Network, this, to me, is a must-see in that creation of just screenplay, acting, directing, editing. It has everything this movie wants to be. David Fincher, again, this is a masterpiece in filmmaking. And if you say it's his best movie, go right ahead. But mine truly is still 7. Anyway, guys, enjoy this review, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.